Hello, I'm Dane, and this is Dan Explains. I know I've been doing a larger number of religious videos the last month or so, specifically on Pope Francis. But it seems like he's been making a mess, so who can blame me? The topic of schism in the Roman Catholic Church has come up due to Fiducia Supplicans, which was a document released by the Vatican recently allowing for priests to bless couples in irregular relationships. I already covered Fiducia Supplicans a few times recently. You can watch those after this video if you'd like. Today, I'm going to talk about schism. What is it, and why is schism different from heresy? Let me explain. In the Church's history, there have been many schisms and heretical groups. The first well-known heresy, which is actually recorded in the New Testament, was a group known as Judaizers. This was a group of people who believed that the Gentiles, who were people that were not already part of Judaism before becoming Christian, needed to first jump through all the hoops a person converting to Judaism needed to go through, like circumcision. As you might imagine, this was not well liked by the Gentile converts. As is recorded in Acts 15, Peter intervened in the situation at the Council of Jerusalem and declared that Gentiles didn't need to first go through Jewish initiation customs. The whole church agreed, and that was the end of that. No schism. Because everyone agreed and obeyed. Now, I could do hundreds of videos on the various heresies and schisms in the early church, and if my channel's around long enough, I probably will. But let's move on to the Great East-West Schism, which is what led the Orthodox churches to no longer be in communion with the Roman Church. It was caused by the Pope trying to promulgate his ideas to the entire church. The patriarchs in the Eastern churches didn't like the ideas, or that the Roman Pontiff was trying to push them on the whole church. This started a tit-for-tat between the Pope and the Patriarch of Constantinople that eventually led to the Patriarch rejecting the Pope's authority. Since then, some theologians have argued on both sides that the small differences that led to and maintains the schism to this day are heresies, but most of the theologians seem to agree that neither side believes the other is a manifest heresy. So what we have is just a schism. The point where both sides don't see eye to eye is on authority and who possesses it. In fact, in many cases, people who adhere to one group under certain circumstances can even attend the services of the other. The next big schism was caused by heresies, however, and that was the Protestant Reformation. I don't need to go over all the theological differences between Protestants and Catholics. Again, something that would take hundreds or even thousands of videos to do. The Church tried to resolve the issue of the Protestants and their heresies, but eventually just excommunicated them all, which obviously led to schism, when the many Protestant factions that couldn't even agree with each other started setting up their own churches apart from the Catholic Church. Those churches not only directed Catholic authority, but also each other's authority. Now, you don't have to be part of an excommunicated group in order to be a schismatic or a heretic, or both. In fact, a study some years back showed that most self-identified Catholics in the West actually hold heretical beliefs. And often, when confronted with their heresies, they respond with something to the effect of, "The Pope can go pound sand," making them schismatic too. Although rare, it can go the other way as well, where a person is not a heretic, but is a schismatic without being part of a schismatic group like Orthodoxy or the SSPX, which is a group of traditional priests who only rejected the Pope's authority in the late 80s. Examples are people who call themselves sedevacantists. Sede, which means seat, and the definition of vacant, spelled the same as vacant, should be obvious. It means empty seat, in reference to the chair of Peter, which the Pope holds. I think the best example on YouTube is a guy who ironically calls his channel Vatican Catholic, and rejects the last few popes and all they've done. He still believes what the Church teaches, but rejects its leader's authority. So to sum it up, heresy is either a rejection of a belief that the Church teaches, or choosing to believe in something the Church rejects. Schism is the rejection of the authority of the Church, starting from your local priest, going up to your bishop, and all the way to the Pope. Because of this, heretics are highly likely to be schismatics. If this were the case, the second their heresy was corrected by the Church authority, they would cease to be heretics, because they just accepted the Church authority. But it's pretty easy to be schismatic without being a heretic. because schism is where people can pretty much agree on everything but reject their authority. So schism, by itself, is like the antithesis of politics, where you have people who can't agree on almost anything agreeing to follow the other side's authority. It's sad that Christians could benefit by taking a page from politics. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please press the like button. Subscribe to my channel and ding the bell to get notified when I post new videos. Also, please support me on Patreon, link in the description. The more people support me, the more time I can dedicate to making videos like this one. So, until next time, have a great week.